for all of us, I feel like the same thing. We're just all grateful and like really excited for what we're accomplished. And I mean, not being in it my freshman year sucks, but I was still part of the team, so it was cool. But being in the dugout and not being in the stands, especially for that walk-off right there, was something really special.
What's the last 18 hours been like for you?
Just a lot of enjoyment, really just taking everything in, not letting like me being here affect what I think about anything, just kind of letting whatever happens and just enjoying myself.
How valuable has Nate Yeski's experience in these kinds of games helped y'all navigate this?
I mean, he knows what he's doing, and really just us being able to trust that he knows that is what's helped us get here.
Any like advice that's stuck out that he's given you, maybe individually or just kind of the whole group?
Kind of just mentality stuff and how to get to the next pitch has been our biggest, I think, focus in that aspect, so it's been good.
When you think of Chase throwing in all 3 games that you guys have played and his ability to really turn it on here late in the season for you guys, just what do you think about him as a person and then him as a pitcher?
I mean, as a person, I've known him for a little bit now, and he's a great guy. Been friends for a while before he even got here, so I've always vouched for the guy. But as a player, coming back, I mean, same injury, same issues we've been dealing with, and just seeing him come back doing what he's able to do is super awesome and super special.
I feel like you have a little bit more insight, you know, having gone through it yourself and kind of understanding just how meaningful it is.
Yeah, of course.
What have y'all done well as a staff getting out of jams, especially in a game like yesterday? There were a lot of different innings where they had base runners but didn't convert.
Yeah, I feel like, again, with that mentality piece, it's just not worrying about what's going wrong or what the other team's doing right that we're not adjusting to and making the adjustment. So I feel like just getting on to the next pitch is helping and not worrying about, oh, I gave up a double or a single, we got 2 runners on, just getting the next guy out.
What was working for you last night, just in terms of your stuff and locating pitches and whatnot?
I don't even know. To be honest, I was just in there ready to compete, ready to throw whatever coach called. Did it right, apparently.
Did you throw what he called?
Yeah. Yeah, I was just super excited. Obviously, I was ready to go, but
In the ninth, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, you're good.
In the ninth, when Milam hit the grounder to shortstop, how surprised was the dugout that the shortstop didn't go for 2 there through the third? Remember?
I think everyone was surprised, but on the other side of it, who knows what he saw on the play, so really no judging from that. But
Right.
what we saw, we obviously thought it should have been a double play.
And how did you see the Luis's hit to left field? Did you think he had a shot or?
Yeah, it looked like it was caught, and then heads turned, following the ball. Ooh, it's down. Everyone's happy. It was a cool moment. Yeah.
With how well the pitching staff is set up for this weekend, how much confidence does that give you guys?
A lot. I mean, we've trusted Ant and Andy for the whole season. I think we'll ride with them till we can't no more, and we'll be behind them.
Are steak dinners motivating?
Yeah. Keep winning, keep eating.
How do you think the bullpen collectively has developed throughout the season to this point and is turning it on, especially at the right time?
You know, I think just outside of baseball, honestly, us hanging out and being together and like friends and not just teammates has really helped everyone work together in the bullpen. The whole team, honestly, but bullpen specifically, because all the pitchers, I mean, we all get along with each other. There's no bad relationships or anything negative going on within the team, and it's been like that all year, which is special. So I think that's been a big part of the success.
As you said, you were around that 23 team. What's some of the similar DNA characteristics that championship level teams have? And do you feel like this?
Just the compete factor. Like, I feel like every team I've seen that wins knows how to compete. Like, we've came back from a lot of games, especially late, like last night. And so the guys that can do that and do it consistently usually win more. So I've seen that a lot in winning teams, and that's what we've been doing pretty well.
How much of what made kind of last night surreal and almost like a blackout for you, the fact that, you know, that you basically missed 2 entire seasons because of that injury, and then you're sort of working your way steadily, just how much did just going through that made last night just like, almost like a blur?
I mean, yeah, not throwing for 2 years, kind of coming back and being like in the spot I've wanted to be in since I got here. That's the reason we came here, obviously. there's nowhere else anyone would rather be throwing except the World Series maybe. But I mean, just honestly enjoying the moment and not getting ahead of myself, just knowing where I'm at, what happened, what I came through, and just enjoying myself.
I know y'all have been focused on your own work. Have you had a chance to watch any of Coastal Carolina here? And just how impressive is it when you hear 26 wins?
Yeah, I mean, that's a cool number. It's not really something that matters, but they're a good team. We're not going to take that from anybody. They wouldn't be here if they weren't. Obviously, they're going to compete. They want to win. We want to win too. So, I mean, it's going to be fun. Be a battle. We've been watching them play on TV when we walk back in here sometimes, so we know what's up.
All good?
Yeah.
Andy and Anthony, that's what y'all call it?
Yeah.
Andy and Anthony, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Did not know that.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thanks, Jaden.
It means a lot. Growing up, going to the games, and always wanted to be in the purple and gold. It just means a lot, and then especially being able to pitch here, it just means a lot more. And then getting the win is awesome. It's something every kid probably wants to do if they're a pitcher. Growing up, being an LSU fan.
How familiar are you with what happened between LSU and Coastal in 2016? What happened between Jay and Coastal in 2016 as well?
I remember the Coastal and LSU a good bit. I think I was in high school, or just about a freshman in high school when it happened, and I just remember, like, I loved Kramer Robertson, Greg Dykeman, and all of them that year, and they were a special team, and it's a great opportunity for us to play a really good team again. And there's a lot of history between us and Coastal. And then I really didn't know too much about Coach Johnson and Coastal when they were in the World Series. So.
What did Nate and Jay tell you, like, going into the game and during the game, and how did you find out when you were going to go in? Or
Well, Coach Johnson just told me, he said, hey, you're pitching today no matter what, so be ready. And I was pretty much locked in from the beginning of the game, and knew once my name was called, go out there and execute pitches that Coach Yeski was calling, and that's what I try to go out there and do.
when did you go to the bullpen, or when did you start warming up in the bullpen?
I went down in the fifth, I think. Kind of started getting hot after Chase's second inning, and then Chase was rolling, so I got to just chill for a little bit longer in the bullpen, hang out with the guys, and then got in some trouble. Chase got in some trouble, and then he said, all right, you got the next guy. And I was like, okay, let's go.
How was the heart? I mean, were you?
For me, I just think it's another baseball game. The environment is the environment. It's electric no matter what. It's kind of playing out the box has kind of prepared everybody on our team to be ready for that type of environment. So it kind of just a normal heartbeat, ready to go out there and pitch.
What did it say about your group that, you know, every time Arkansas was coming back, that they just went to work, you know, the bottom half of the frame every time?
Can you re-say it again?
What does it say about your team, just the resiliency? You guys just kept coming back no matter what was happening at the top half of the frame?
I mean, we're just tough. We're a tough group of guys. I think everybody in the pen is just pulling for each other, and we know what we need to do just to keep executing. And we know that our stuff is a lot better. And so when we go out there, it's like, all right, we give up a couple runs. We know that the offense got our back, and then if they don't score, we got their back. We're going to keep putting up zeros and stuff like that.
Tell me a little bit about Luis. When we talked to him, we don't like to talk too much. So just what can you say about that guy and what he's kind of been to the staff, and then on the offensive side, you know, what he's been able to do?
He's a leader behind the plate. He has a lot of confidence in all the pitchers, and he's kind of like a calming presence back there. He kind of knows what every pitch does for every pitcher, and so he knows where to set up. He knows how to really keep us under control if things start going a little out of whack. And then from the offensive side, he's just consistent. It never seems like the moment's too big for him. He's always kind of just within himself, and like I think that's being a senior, that experience of being in college for a little bit longer, kind of just helps him be able to slow the game down and be ready for those big moments in the game.
How have you seen Anthony handle the last 3 games where he's in the bullpen warming up with you guys for 2 of them? He's starting for another one, but then the game gets halted. How has he sort of handled all that back and forth?
I think he enjoys it. I think he likes being in the pen with everybody, and then I mean he's an ultra competitor. So whenever his name is called, if it's in the pen or starting a game, he's ready to do whatever coaches ask him, and then he knows if he's a little tired or he can't get through, or like how it happened the other day where we got into the rain delay, that we got somebody in the pen that will come and pick him up and go out there and execute pitches.
What's he like in the bullpen?
Same guy. He's funny. He's just chill. He's always goofing around with the guys in the pen, and then when he's ready to lock in, he's on the mound. He's ready to go.
How many people have you had here during the World Series? And do you have more people from Louisiana coming up for the championship series? Maybe how many?
I know my parents are here. I don't know too many people that are coming up from
I
my.
was bugging you for tickets?
No, nothing yet. So
Were you at those games against Coastal Carolina?
no, I watched them on TV.
At home?
Yeah.
You're a new piece to this team. I guess how important was it to build that chemistry? And how did you guys go about doing it where it wasn't forced, but it was natural?
I mean, it's just being around each other all the time. We always hang out with each other as a group, as a pitching staff. I mean, practice today, we were out there. We were in the indoor and we were playing. A couple guys were throwing pins, and some guys were playing soccer. Like, we were just goofing around, and it kind of just brings us all together, and we're all relaxed when we get to hang out.
You kind of entered the portal on a whim, right? You were trying to see what Dalton would do, where he would go back, right? And then you decided to, once you saw where he was going, enter. Am I remembering that correctly?
I think I hit the portal before him.
Oh, all the way around?
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay. Well, how does being here and getting to pitch in that game yesterday kind of make that feel, meaningful and worth it and all that?
I mean, it's worth it. I mean, I've always dreamed of wanting to be here, and then being with LSU, and then being in this situation where you always want to come here and win a national championship. That's the goal for LSU, and I think we got the group of guys to do it, and I think we're just ready to go.
How long were you in the portal before Jay called you?
I think a day.
A day?
Maybe.
Was that pretty cool?
Yeah, I was really excited. I mean, I think I entered the portal pretty early in the morning, and then I think I was going to eat breakfast with my mom, and I got a text, and he's like, it was my advisor. He's like, hey, be ready for phone calls. And I was like, okay, sure. And within the next 5 minutes, Jay Johnson pops up on my phone. I'm like, wow.
Was there any other coaches before Jay?
No, he was the first one.
And only one, I guess?
Not throughout the day. I talked to a couple other teams, but I think once Coach Johnson talked to me and we got to have a good conversation, and I kind of always knew, like, who doesn't want to play for LSU if you're from Louisiana.
At what point did you think Steven would be so special defensively?
I think from the very first day of the fall. I mean, he was playing third, second, short throughout the entire fall. I don't think he made a single error. So it was like we knew once he was a starting shortstop, I don't think a ball was going to be bobbled or making many errors over there.
How Callan, sorry, Bill.
What's that?
Can I get one more?
All right, one more for Jacob.
How Callan handled the last 5-6 weeks. What are the lessons that his fellow pitchers can sort of learn from how he handled that?
I just think for Zach, he's always the same guy, and I feel like a lot of the pitchers kind of see that, and we try and take that within our game, just trying to be ourselves, and then being calm, cool, and collected in big moments or even throughout the entire game. Like, that was a high-pressure game for both sides, and he's that guy where it's like the situation or the game never seems too big. He's always got a very cool demeanor where he's always very confident, and he just trusts his ability and his stuff.
All right, thank you, Jacob.